mean, they live and breathe step sing. Sweepstakes is all they can think about.
One of the great passions of this school is reaching out and bringing together believing Christians to stand together, to speak out together, to make a common witness in a divided world.
The goal at McWhorter School of Pharmacy is to give our students access to patients in a different way.
Excellence in music and sweepstakes goes to Dudes Aplenty.
And for the independent men, it's their third straight win here at Step Sing. And welcome everybody to another edition of the Samford Chronicle. I'm Brad Rodisi. Lots to get to, including a Step Sing recap. You know, Dudes Aplenty with this third straight win. Well, these guys live and breathe this show. They talked about it after their win.
Beginning of the fall semester is usually where a lot of the work gets put in.
Yeah. We pick the people to huddle around us and say, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And probably, I guess things started rolling into September, roughly, and we went from there. So.
I mean, they live and breathe step sing. That's sweepstakes is all they can think about, and it's an all year round thing. Josh and Matt have been planning this show since the end of Grandpa's. So, they just live and breathe it.
We knew that odds were against us, and we came into it. I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're just thrilled to be with the guys. This was a lot of fun. We had a blast.
And this was the first year Step Sing was offered via live web stream. Matt Davidson, the director, tells me they had 500 plus viewers on Saturday night. And while they're going to be breaking down this stage, a couple weeks ago, the spring semester started with University Convo. And Dr. Stephen Chu was the feature speaker at the opening convocation. This was his first campus-wide lecture since he took home national recognition as the 2011 Professor of the Year. And you might have noticed a packed house there at the Wright Center. That's because Samford this spring is bigger than Samford last spring. And that's because of record enrollment. We're sitting at 4,605 students, and all of them were entertained by an all-star lineup of speakers this February. And let's start with the Beeson Divinity School and their Biblical Studies lectures. This, the 23rd edition, and our own Dr. Paul House led a 3-day discussion in beautiful Hodges Chapel about God's character in world, people, and word.
Well, I think one of the things our lectures and conferences do is provide a gathering place for people from a variety of places. So we have different, I'd say, I know of already at least people from 5 or 6 different states. A man who came by and said he always comes to our pastor's school in the summer. So it's a great gathering place for Christians from different denominations to come and get enriched. And so the Biblical Studies lecture allow us to reinforce the point that we are biblical Christians who live by the Scriptures and believe the Scriptures.
Also at Hodges Chapel, Samford welcomed from Vatican City the preacher to the papal household, Father Raniero Cantalamessa. He's considered to be the only person allowed to preach to the Pope. Beeson Divinity Dean Timothy George talks about the visit.
One of the great passions of this school is reaching out and bringing together believing Christians to stand together, to speak out together, to make a common witness in a divided world. And that's very much also the burden of Father Cantalamessa's own heart and ministry. So having him here to help us proclaim the gospel, to worship God together in this way, really advances the purpose and mission of our school.
And thanks to the Legacy League, the ladies hosted New York Times best-selling author Todd Burpo and his wife Sonia. They talked about Todd's book, Heaven is for Real, an amazing story about their son, Colton, and his visit to heaven. And while we'd all like to make our own visit one day, February is Heart Health Month, a way to keep us living a little bit longer with information. It's also Black History Month. And Samford's Cumberland School of Law held their annual Thurgood Marshall Symposium. The importance of diversity on a jury was the topic.
I think at Cumberland they really teach us to make a lot of practical application for what we're doing. So I think that we discuss issues like that in our classes, whether you're taking classes that focus on race and law or other sorts of practical basic skills classes. All of these things sort of prepare us to be able to go out and make those sort of determinations in the field.
Alabama federal defender Carlos Williams was the symposium's featured speaker. As for heart health, Samford's McWhorter School of Pharmacy did their fair share, holding free screenings for patients. And yes, your pharmacist can do these tests and screenings.
Healthcare providers now are looking to other resources like pharmacies to hold events like this centered around wellness initiatives, things like that. Basically because now, as our pharmacists are more and more trained in the clinical areas of medicine, we really are in a key position to help patients manage their medications and other things that may contribute to their risk factors for heart disease.
As things are changing, we are taught in school more of the clinical side rather than just how to count by 5 or how to stand behind a counter. And we're taught the things about screenings, for example, blood pressure and cholesterol, so we're fully capable of doing that, and it is a service that pharmacists can offer. Also
getting involved was the Ida V. Moffitt School of Nursing. They teamed up with Delta Sigma Theta Sorority and St. Vincent's for Go Red Day. 400,000 plus women die a year from heart issues, a shocking stat.
When I hear that, it's sad, and I was not aware, so I want to make sure that other people who are also not aware become more aware, and this is a day that we can use to kind of spread the word and let people be aware in the community where they can just keep the word going.
And seeing red is a constant theme, heart health, Valentine's Day, and the 90th year celebration of the Ida V. Moffitt School of Nursing. The school kicked off its year-long celebration of a school that started in Birmingham back in 1922.
In keeping with Miss Moffitt's vision, which was to have a very highly qualified nurse graduate who held a college degree, we have succeeded in accomplishing that.
We have the privilege of knowing in the community that our students really stand out, and the hospitals around give us feedback that they love our students, they hire our students, and that's proof in itself that we're doing a good job.
Also, it's congratulations to the school. U.S. News and World Report recognized their online graduate program as one of the best in the country. And speaking of the best, our arts program certainly fit into that category, and noted British actor and director Jason Barnes will co-direct Samford's theater production of The Three Sisters. It's March the 1st to the 4th. You can find tickets online at samford.edu. Now, your ticket to research here on campus is through the Howard College of Arts and Sciences Aspire program. And this program really puts students in the driver's seat. You work with faculty on a wide range of research projects, all the while gaining invaluable experience and freedom.
I've had students who have really just blossomed in that setting. I've had students who've come in and been good students, but maybe not the ones that you would think of as my best students. They get in the laboratory, they get excited about a project, and I've had trouble sometimes telling them, you don't have to spend 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in here. They've really just taken off and been able to work on their own, which is, and like you said, a maturing process that's just been tremendous for them, I believe.
And that is the School of the Arts Dean, Joseph Hopkins, performing as Figaro. It was a one-man show, action-packed, as Dean Hopkins portrayed the famous character from 5 different operas. And we talked about our all-star lineup of speakers, and certainly Cullen Murphy makes the list. He's the editor-at-large for Vanity Fair and lectured on campus about his new book, God's Jury, the Inquisition, and the Making of the Modern World. And it's time now for our alumni feature, and this is a special one for me. It's John Armstrong, class of 1954, but we all remember him as Coach Armstrong. And recently he was honored at a basketball game for his longtime work and support here at Samford University. And while that was special to him, more special were all the students he's touched through the years.
There were people in there that just really wanted to enjoy playing and having fun, getting away from their academics for a while. And they played hard, and especially in basketball.
And you know, I'll never forget Coach Armstrong yelling, "No pain, no gain." Well, folks, that's our time here on the Samford Chronicle, but remember samford.edu for all the latest news here at Samford. And remember to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And before we go, a special thanks to the Journalism and Mass Communication Department here at Samford University for helping us this month put together the Samford Chronicle. I'm Brad Radici. I'll see you in March. Just a great story there on the Treadwells. We wish them all the luck. All right, folks, that's all the time we have here on the November edition of the Samford Chronicle, but we'll be back next month for all the holiday happenings here at Samford University. Till then, follow us at samford.edu, also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Till next time, I'm Brad Radici. This is the Samford Chronicle.